Thank you, Mr. Chair. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. It's a privilege to be here with you all today at the 8th Indian Ocean Conference under the theme Voyage of New Horizons of Maritime Partnership in this beautiful city of Muscat. I extend my sincere appreciation to the organizers, the government of the Sultanate of Oman, and the India Foundation for the warm invitation and hospitality extended to me and my delegation members. The Indian Ocean region is a crucial strategic area that links the Asia-Pacific and African regions with profound economic, political, and security significance. Oceans have always played a significant role in shaping international relations and global economy. They serve as a vital source of food and energy also, and are essential for international trade and transportation. Many ocean-based industries, such as shipping, fisheries, renewable energy, and tourism, are crucial for economic growth. Distinguished guests, Bangladesh, as a nation with deep historical, cultural, and economic ties to the Indian Ocean, is committed to advancing maritime cooperation that drive collective prosperity and ensure sustainable, peaceful developments. Bangladesh places strong importance on maritime cooperation for facilitating the efficient movement of goods, services, and people, for advancing food security, energy security, water cooperation, disaster risk reduction, and providing fair access to global public goods. Bangladesh advocates for shared prosperity through shared responsibility. While maritime transport is the main artery of global trade, maritime supply chains remain the backbone of global economy. We have seen during the COVID pandemic how a partial breakdown of this chain affected economy worldwide. The intricate network of shipping routes, ports, and maritime choke points have strengthened the interconnectedness of the global economy. While 80% of global trade by volume and over 70% by value is transported by sea, the Indian Ocean, the world's third largest body of water, plays a crucial role in this global trade. The Indian Ocean plays a vital role in the global trade and global supply chain as it hosts important choke points of canals and straits. Approximately 80% of the world's seaborne oil trade transits through the strategic choke points of the Indian Ocean, making it a vital link between the East and the West. Countries depend on the Indian Ocean for the movement of goods through maritime trade routes, safeguarding their economic and energy interests. However, the sector is facing multifaceted challenges that endanger the efficiency, reliability, resilience, and sustainability of maritime supply chains. Maritime supply chain is vulnerable to many challenges like port congestion, capacity limitations, regulatory, operational, and administrative issues, cyber attacks, piracy, and geopolitical tensions, which can disrupt the efficiency of maritime supply chains. We must also remember that the oceans are not only a driving force for global economic growth, but also a vital source of food security. The oceans are facing growing pressures from population growth, global competition for resources, rising food demand, water scarcity, maritime security threats, climate change, biodiversity loss and marine biodiversity loss and marine pollution. We need to take appropriate actions to tackle the maritime security threats of piracy, armed robbery, human trafficking, illegal arms trade, and illegal and unregulated fishing, among others. We need to address regulatory and administrative issues. The global economy are at increasing risk due to vulnerabilities at key maritime routes. These multiple challenges and other geo-economic and geostrategic factors require increased cooperation among the states. We must take measures to address vulnerabilities and enhance reliance. Strengthening maritime supply chains and overcoming disruptions is a necessity for improving global trade, reducing cost, and ensuring the smooth flow of goods across the world. Strengthening maritime supply chain involves a holistic approach, combining technology, infrastructure improvement, strategic planning, risk management strategies, and cross-border collaboration. We need to facilitate maritime connectivity, reduce the trade barriers. We also need to consider liberalization of the visa regime, particularly easing visas and other administrative processes for our seafarers, ensuring facilities for them as their roles are crucial in maintaining the maritime supply chain. Distinguished guests, the Indian Ocean has historically been a region of great collaboration. The benefits of multilateral cooperation in maritime issues are likely to increase over time. To ensure a resilient and improved shared future, it is essential for the countries in the Indian Ocean region to explore opportunities for mutual collaboration across all possible areas. Each coastal nation should ensure that growth and prosperity in the Indian Ocean region, as well as surrounding seas and bays, are built on mutual trust, respect, and an understanding of equal interests, as all littoral states collaborate to develop together. We also must prioritize conservation and sustainable use of ocean and coastal resources to ensure that the use of these resources does not contribute to the decline in the health of oceanic and coastal environments. Distinguished guests, as a littoral state, Bangladesh has long been a center of maritime activities. It actively participates in various regional platforms, including the Indian Ocean Rim Association and the International Seabed Authority. We are committed to strengthening our partnership across the Indian Ocean, addressing emerging challenges and embracing the tremendous opportunities the region offers. I am confident that this conference will provide a valuable platform for participants to engage in constructive discussions, share ideas, enhance and exchange knowledge, identify actionable solutions, and build meaningful partnerships and cooperation in the region. An additional point I would like to make here is that side by side with alternate routes, having multiple suppliers in every commodity rather than depending on limited number of providers can help secure the supply chain. Countries like Bangladesh can become new centers for manufacturing to help worldwide supply chains. To end, let me say that we look forward to working together to ensure a brighter, more prosperous future for all nations of the Indian Ocean and beyond. I thank you all.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency Tawheed Hussain, for your remarks and your deep words regarding Oman. But also, I would like to maybe to start maybe a questions starting from you. You have kindly mentioned that we have challenges, but at the same time, it required some growth and prosperity, required some trust and understanding. I would like maybe to ask you to shed some more lights. How can the regional countries and partners work together where our challenges also are there? Can I maybe ask you to start with? Just to shed some more light on the trust and understanding you have kindly mentioned. How can regional countries build much more deeper understanding toward that?
Thank you, Chair. In fact, I personally believe that the first challenge is to build trust among the nations that are around the Indian Ocean. In fact, the job that India Foundation is doing, I would commend that job also. Bringing us together. In fact, when representatives of countries come together, it offers an opportunity of exchange of ideas, and we can exchange each other's concerns in this area, and we can devise ways to overcome those challenges. I think here a cooperation among the intellectuals is also very important. They can devise research and devise ways how we can overcome these challenges. The challenges are, there are a lot of challenges. Some of the choke points about some of the choke points we have already discussed. Mr. M.J. Akbar was saying that we have a war on one. Let us not have anything like that on the other at least. So we have one choke point at least free from any problems. I think that is the right approach. And we try to, I think, ultimately what is needed is understanding among all the nations, not only on the maritime issues, but on in general political consensus and a system in which everyone has a stake. Everyone in this whole region has a stake. If we can do that, it is very difficult, I know, because every country normally would look after its own interest, but I would try to say that interests can be narrow-minded as well as, much wider ramifications this can have. You look to a little distance, and sometimes you have to sacrifice some of your current interests for the future and a more better benefits in the future. That enlightenment, I think, is essential, and maybe our politicians, as well as as our researchers and intellectuals, can provide us the necessary inputs for doing that. Thank you.
যে কোনো প্রয়োজনে দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ভাড়ায় সহজে বুকিং করুন প্রবাসীর হেলিকপ্টার।